Hey guys, this is Billy Akins, aka Bill Legend, aka Laser Focus, whatever you would like to call me. Thanks for tuning back in for the second week of How to Become Laser Focused. This week I'm going to focus on the power of routine, and I'm going to go a little bit in depth with that. One thing that I know and a lot of people know is that momentum is a powerful thing. If you can get momentum on your side, there's things that you can do that you wouldn't normally be able to do. For example, when I had my pro day and we had to do the bench version of it, I had only gotten up to 12 reps of 225 pounds. But come pro day, using that adrenaline and using that momentum, once I got to 12, I didn't stop. I couldn't stop. And I ended up getting up to 17 reps. So, and there's different aspects that momentum helps us carry through. So let's talk a little bit about the power of routine to help create that momentum. Practice makes perfect. I know everybody has heard that saying, but repetition is the key to all learning, from the mental, from the brain to the muscles as well. That repetition will soon become muscle memory. What the power of routine does is it increases your efficiency. So once you have a routine and once you get into a routine, what that does is the way that you do things, whatever is in your daily routine, will become more efficient. And once you do that, that will also take away the time that it takes to do that, but also increase the quality of what you've done. So that's one of the main things as far as the power of routine and starting to get that momentum to use that. Another benefit is mental health in general. What a routine does is it allows you to let your body know, let your mind know exactly what's going on. It knows what it's doing day after day after day, which will lead into my next point, as that is bringing structure into your life. What this does just piggybacks on that repetition. That repetition builds that momentum. Every time you do something, every time you get into that habit, you're just building that personal momentum that's going to allow you to break through wherever you're going, the door you're going through. Having the power of routine allows time to relax. It allows you time to relax, and it improves your sleep quality. That's because you can build time into what you're doing. For example, if your daily schedule is to wake up at 6 a.m. and run a mile and eat breakfast and whatever it is, you can schedule a 1 to 2 hour nap within your day. And you can schedule, since you scheduled when you're going to wake up, you can schedule when you're going to bed. And that's going to, again, allow that repetition to let your body know what it's doing, and at the times where it needs 100% effort and when it can allow itself to rest. On top of that, what it does is it doesn't allow any more pile-ups. For example, if you did something for 10 minutes a day, for example, you clean the house 10 minutes every Sunday or every day, then every weekend when you plan on deep cleaning the entire house, you have less to do. You don't have a whole pile up of work to do. Or if you have a bunch of papers, a bunch of assignments to grade for teachers, a bunch of papers to look through on the job, if you use 10 minutes to knock out a portion of it every day, you don't allow that pile up, because that the opposite of momentum can work in the opposite of your favor, if that makes sense. So what happens is When you don't do it, you're creating a habit regardless. You're either creating a good habit or you're creating a bad habit. And those bad habits create pileups. What the power of routine does is it eliminates those pileups. Also, once you get into the routine of it, it allows you to enhance your self determination. Once you see you can do things and see that they're not that tough, or they are tough, but you're just tougher, that allows you to enhance your self determination and reach that next micro goal that you've set for yourself. When you create the good habits, when you create that routine, your body's going to respond however you control it to respond. Once it gets past its phase of I don't want to do this, why are you making me do this? It will come on to your side and say, this is what we're doing, and I know this because this has been our routine. How can I make you better at what we do every day now? That's what your body is determined to do. So that will help with your self-determination, and that will only allow you to reach higher and higher goals to the point where you reach goals where you weren't even expecting to reach. And lastly, bad habits that I spoke on a little bit are a thing of the past. When you create that routine and you give it a week, give it 2 weeks, give it 21 days to create that routine and get that muscle memory. Once you do that, before you know it, you'll be in the habit of a powerful routine. You'll be creating good habits instead of bad habits. They will no longer be who you are. They'll no longer be what you're about. If you create the habit that I know what time I have to be here, so I'm going to be here 10 minutes early, 15 minutes early. Once you create that time, that routine, then your body is on board. You have to get your body on board in the first place, though. So these are just another tips and tricks on how I stay laser focused. Um, what I try to do is whatever I'm doing as far as my daily routine, my daily activity, I try to make sure that I do things at the same time. For example, I try to wake up every day around the same time. I try to go to sleep around the same time. I try to eat within the same time periods. I try to eat within the same amount every time that I do eat, including snacks. And as a result of that, over time, I begin to see my physical body transform how I want it to. All right, so just going back over a few things to summarize the power of routine because it's so important. What it does, it helps increases our efficiency. So, meaning how great are we? However great we are, the power of routine is going to make us even greater. Next, it benefits our mental health. It brings structure to your life. It doesn't allow that cluttering. It declutters. It allows you time to relax. It allows you to improve your sleep quality because you can schedule it in. You're in control of your life. You're not allowing your life to be completely spontaneous. And what you can do, because we all love spontaneous things, they can be beautiful. You can schedule a time period into your day where you allow anything to be spontaneous, but that's still a quote unquote controlled environment in that aspect. So focus on doing that instead of just flowing with the breeze and letting life take you wherever it's taking you. No more pile-ups. Once you do things in small increments, that will also enhance the self-determination that you have. And then before you know it, your bad habits will be a thing of the past. So thanks for hanging out with me today again. These are steps that I try to take every day to become more and more laser focused, not only physically but mentally as well. And making sure the power of routine is one of the main things that I focus on to continue getting better and continue to have more and more laser focus. If you have any questions or comments, please drop them down below. What I want you to do for the next time is comment and tell me your routine. Tell me something that you would like to be your routine that you're struggling with. Reach out to me and I would be glad to help. Let me know and we can get down to the main issue of it. Or if you do have a routine that you're doing and you want to go over it with me or let me know about it and it's great and you're creating good habits, then awesome. That's great. We can go over that as well. But the power of routine, just know that momentum will help carry you to your breakthrough. Y'all have a great rest of your night. Thanks for hanging out.